TikTok app will be turning 3 years old in August, and in that short period of time, it has amassed nearly 700 million users who tune in for everything from dance videos to babies to animals.
Happy, happy guy. Oh, just a happy, happy, happy guy. Oh, just a look at that, a happy. Oh, the happy dog. Oh, just a happy, happy, happy.
That's amazing with the horse stomping. All right, TikTok. TikTok is not all fun and games, though. You know, as we continue to raise awareness about mental health during the month of May, the social networking app quickly becoming a place to turn for therapy. So joining us to discuss the pros and cons of TikTok therapy is Dr. Amanda Falk. She is the Chief of Clinical Services at the Dorm, a treatment community for young adults. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
You know, so I think it's always important to meet young people where they are at, and they are on TikTok, right? That is how they're expressing themselves. That's where they go for so many things, including their news and knowledge. So what kind of impact do you think TikTok has, first and foremost, on somebody's mental health?
You make such a good point. One of the first things that we learn when we are in school to become mental health counselors or clinicians is that it's so important to meet clients where they're at. And TikTok allows us to literally do that because young people are using these social media platforms. I think there's a lot of benefits to utilizing things like TikTok for mental health. I don't want to call it treatment, but to help us to destigmatize and to normalize both mental illness and therapy. It shows us that we're not alone, that there are of thousands of other people that are experiencing similar feelings and emotions and issues that we are. And it's an easy to use platform. It's palatable, it's short, it's digestible, which is what young people like.
Right. So when they go there for actual therapy, what should they get? What should they expect? And how do you improve it?
I think we have to make a distinction between psychoeducation and therapy. I think a lot of people can turn to TikTok and other social media platforms to get concrete advice or information about certain skills, like coping skills that they can try to utilize that can be hugely helpful, especially when somebody is in a time of crisis or not feeling so well. That said, education and therapy, like one-on-one therapy when you're actually in a room with a therapist for an hour, is very different than watching a TikTok clip.
But I don't know if young people are distinguishing the difference, though, right? Because they're going there because it's easy and they're seeking the kind of information they need to improve their lives.
Correct. I don't know that they necessarily are, and that is one of the downsides of TikTok. However, it can serve as a bridge to more conventional therapy. If you go to TikTok and mental illness, mental health issues are more normalized, you begin to see that therapy is can be even fun and informational. Maybe that will give young people the courage to then go to their parents and ask for help, or go to a school guidance counselor and ask for help. So it can be a bridge to that next level of therapy, which I think is huge, especially, you know, we still live in a world where mental illness is stigmatized.
Yeah, and I think that's what's important, is breaking that stigma, right? And I like what you're saying, using it as a caveat to get there, right? But what do you do when that vehicle, which is TikTok, could also be causing the mental health and could also be causing the anxiety, right?
And that's where I think it's really important that parents and educators and schools are really having important open dialogue with young people. It's important to ask young people how they're feeling, what they're doing to feel better, to be aware of what social media platforms they are using. Because as you said, there are so many positive social media platforms where young people can go to feel a part of, to feel understood, to connect. And then there's also platforms where young people can go that unfortunately are taking them deeper into some of their symptoms and where they could be learning behaviors that aren't so good.
All right, Dr. Falk, thanks for breaking it down for us. We appreciate your time and your insight.
Thank you so much.
So many interesting nuggets and aspects and different places you can go in one simple app, right? You can go there for so many different things. Thank you so much. Very interesting conversation right there.